Aloha, everyone. I'm Coyote. Who? Coyote, a science teacher at Farrington High School. Glad you could join us. I'm part of the Hawaii Science Teachers Association. What? The Hawaii Science Teachers Association. Sometimes we just say HASTA. HASTA! Yes. Our organization helps science educators and organizations around the state collaborate with each other. We help by spreading information, providing professional development opportunities, and gathering like-minded people and organizations. We put together 2 activities for you today. 2? Yes, 2. How lucky are we? We'll be making bouncy balls with Mrs. Gardner and elephant toothpaste with Mrs. Chan.
Hello, this is Mrs. Gardner. Today we're going to make some bouncy balls with borax and Elmer's glue. So here we go. So to make your own bouncy balls, you're going to need Elmer's glue, borax, warm water, and food coloring. So we're going to use about half a cup of warm water, which is about 120 milliliters, 1 tablespoon of borax. So let's go ahead and mix those 2 things together. 1 tablespoon of borax into the warm water and stir until it's dissolved. All right, next we're gonna add some glue. I poured my tablespoon a little too full. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of glue. And since I want a little color, I'm gonna mix some food coloring in first. So 2 tablespoons of glue and 2 drops of food coloring. There's my second spoonful. I'm gonna add a couple of drops of food coloring, and then I'm gonna stir that. All right, so there's my glue and blue food coloring. It's about 2 tablespoons worth, and now I'm gonna pour it into the borax solution. Here it goes. We're gonna give that a couple of moments to react. Next, use your hand. Just move the ball around a little bit so you can feel it starting to get stickier from the borax solution and the glue making a polymer. All right, after you've left it in the borax solution for a few seconds, you're gonna take it out and you're gonna start to move it with your hands. Your hands are gonna get a little messy, but after a while, you're gonna see that it's gonna start to come off very easily, and my ball is starting to take shape. It took me about 5 minutes of playing with it, but you can see my hands are much better. So this is essentially really firm slime, so it will change shape if you leave it, but if you roll it up and bounce it, it bounces quite nicely. So yeah, enjoy making your own bouncy ball with borax, Elmer's glue, and warm water. Aloha!
Thanks, Mrs. Gardner. I can't wait to make my own bouncy ball at home. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy. This activity really shows us some important science standards, like planning and carrying out an investigation. What's that? Like your own project. Oh. It even has you considering the proportions and quantities of ingredients that you will use. It also shows us how matter reacts with each other in chemical reactions. Maybe you can experiment on your own and see how you can make the bounciest bouncy ball possible. Okay, now let's hear from Mrs. Chan about creating elephant toothpaste.
I'm Mrs. Chan, and today we're doing a short experiment. Inside this graduated cylinder, I have hydrogen peroxide and food coloring. Here I have a glass thermometer, and I just want to see what my room temperature of these 2 things are. And on my thermometer, there's a red line going up, and it's 28 degrees. Okay? So now I'm going to put on my goggles, and I'm going to add 2 things into this graduated cylinder. First, this Ajax soap. So we'll add this here. You can see the soap mixing in with the food coloring and the hydrogen peroxide. Now I'm going to add some yeast. Wow, this is what they call elephant toothpaste. I wonder what the temperature is. Just gonna give it a second to register. Now the temperature is 35 degrees Celsius. Thank you for watching our video on elephant toothpaste.
Wow. Thanks, Mrs. Chan. I have so many questions. So many questions. What questions can you come up with? Both of these videos show us chemical reactions. What happens when different things react? See if you can construct some explanations after you plan and carry out your own investigation at home. Okay, for more information about these lessons, visit our website, hasta.wildapricot.org. What about social media? You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Science Hawaii. Thanks, everyone.